Good morning and welcome to another morning sales coffee with Chris Spawner. It's going to be a great morning that we're talking about. We're talking about training or learning in our daily sales environment. One thing about something that I like to do every morning is just to make sure, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I give you these little tidbits, little areas where I can help you guys lead you to some type of sales success. Okay. That's really what these are. And today we're talking about higher education, learning, training. We always got to be learning. If you notice the classroom behind me, I picked it for this. Thank you, LinkedIn, or thank you, Teams. I appreciate you. One of the cool things that I really like to talk about is what are you reading daily, right? As a salesperson, you need to be always learning. If you're not learning, you're not growing, right? If you're not growing, what's the opposite of growing, right? So we need to make sure we're learning daily, growing daily, and the biggest thing is how can we get better in sales? Doesn't matter if you're a professional of 50 years, you can always learn something from someone that's even brand new in the business. It's amazing, right? I've been doing this stuff for about 17 years, and I'm learning every single second. I feel like when I pick up a book or talk to another agent that has a question, like, oh, this is what we can do. Let's look at this, try this, figure this out. And it's like, oh, I've never had that issue pop up before. It's kind of fun, right? That's what I love about sales. You're always learning, you're always growing, right? So what are you learning? What's helping you? What have you guys picked up literally what to help you grow and pick up, right? First, you got to get on a book plan, a reading plan, okay? Here's the beauty thing about a reading plan. Some of you guys don't like reading physical books. I've got plenty of physical books. So you know what? That's fine. There's something called Audible, which is a beautiful thing. There's also something called the library, which you could download books if you're registered at your library. All right, which is awesome, right? I really love it. It's like, dude, I could just get a book in the library and listen to it. Yeah, it's that simple. It's totally awesome. And it's free, broskies. It's free. All right. So with that being said, there's also YouTube. Oh my goodness. Yes, I said YouTube. Please watch me. But there's so many other amazing gurus out there. So many amazing things that you can learn and just get little tidbits. We're not all perfect. I don't care if you're the best salesperson in the world. You're still not perfect, right? We have our quirks. We have our personalities. We're not all the same. That's good. That's what makes us great. Every single one of us. That's what makes us individual salespeople, right? So learn tidbits from them, and they will make you amazing and great, and you can help. So here's what I'm trying to get at. This Tuesday morning sales coffee is all about training your mind, right? Get your mind ready for the sales every single day, right? So how do we do that? Well, we read a book. Now, when I say read a book, it could be anywhere from listening, all right, or physically reading. Okay, depends on the style. I do both. I have to actually read and listen. It's not because I'm special. Well, okay, maybe I'm a little special. but I have to do both because I'm a kinesthetic learner. So basically what that means is I have to read it and see it and write out notes at the same time or use a highlighter because it just doesn't stick. So I have to do it that way, and that helps me learn. Some of you guys might be that way. Some of you ladies might not be. It's just how I am. So if you're that way, do both, right? If you're not, if you learn just by Audible and that's easiest for you, then do Audible, right? Or when I mean Audible is through the ears, right? Not just the company. When if you're a physical reader, take the time. Here's the cool thing. Most of us work from home now. A lot of us work from home. We don't have to commute anymore. So just like you were to commute, use that time to take the time to read a book, listen to a book, okay? Now, the next thing, YouTube videos. I talked about that. After you're done with work, all right? Seriously, after you're done with work, all right, either right before you start work, before you clock in, or right after you clock in, watch a 5-minute YouTube video, something that motivates you, something that gives you that little tidbit that you can use today right then and there, right? So when you're watching these YouTube videos, you want something that's going to give you a tidbit for today's use, right? Like today is, all right, I'm going to pick up something to read. I'm going to learn something today. I'm going to pick up something. That's your tidbit today, right? But maybe I do a closing, right? Maybe I talk about closes. You need those little tidbits. Write those down and use that in your daily sales cycle, okay? That's going to help you tremendously All right. Or if you do it in the evening time, you practice whatever that little tidbit is. And then first thing in the morning, you're bringing it back up. And you're like, okay, I'm going to try this thing all day. I'm going to do it. Right. And keep doing it. Keep doing it. Remember, 21 days makes a habit, you guys. 21 days makes a habit. And if you keep doing it, you'll read plenty of books. I read something this morning on LinkedIn. I think it was LinkedIn, or that there was average Americans only read about 12 books a month. We've got to really up that, you guys. If you want to be a successful salesperson, you should be reading, honestly, 50 books a month. And you could do a lot. You could do that. It's easy by going to the library, picking up books, doing the Audible thing, whatever you're using. Listen to the books. Get up an hour early. Listen for 15 minutes to start, and move that all the way out to 30 minutes to an hour. It really will make you a successful salesperson. Anyways, that's just my 2 cents. This is Chris Vonner with your Morning Sales Coffee. I really, really, really appreciate all of you. Thank you for listening. Please comment below. Please give me a like, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, whatever. And I appreciate you all. And this is Chris Vonner, and I'll see you guys at the top of the sales board. Bye-bye.